Of all the squalid places refugees have found themselves in, this surely ranks among the very worst. A disused railway shed in central Belgrade, so cold in recent days that they've burned anything and everything to stay warm. The air is full of bitter smoke. But while some of the media have a newfound interest in the refugees since the cold snap began, there's been little explanation of why they are here and not in official camps. For a man like Akbar, injured and threatened by the Afghan Taliban, who claims to have had his nose broken by the police in Croatia, his arm broken by the police in Bulgaria, deportation is a constant worry.
They already deport many people from Bulgaria. That's why we're scared. And they deport us back to Bulgaria, and they will deport us back to Afghanistan.
The central allegation is that this is a humanitarian crisis born of a political decision by the European Union, that it's safe for Afghans and Pakistanis to go back to where they came from. Country after country is moving them backwards. The thing they're absolutely terrified of here is pushback. They know that if they go into an official Serbian camp, they're more likely to be pushed back to the Macedonian border and potentially from there back to Greece as well. And alongside that is the threat of mass deportation back to Afghanistan. As extraordinary as it might sound, they would rather stay here than go into an official camp. Illness is everywhere. This Iraqi Kurdish 13-year-old has a bad throat. Scabies, skin disease, breathing problems from all the smoke. There are long-term health implications for people who may have perfectly good asylum claims.
Any expert in this field can tell you that that is a very toxic environment, and those fumes that they are created by those makeshift fires that they are making are not using normal wood or something else that we burn to heat ourselves up. So they are basically making do with what they have.
At the same time, the Serbian government has told charities and other help groups that they can't operate here in order to try to force the refugees into camps. This tiny charity is the only one offering food, and it's one meal a day until it runs out. The United Nations has issued urgent new warnings about the immorality of mass pushbacks.
It is not in line with, international and European law, and it should not happen. And it should particularly not happen in these winter conditions, because it puts the refugees at heightened risk of being harmed by the cold weather.
The Serbian government insists it won't deport them, but other countries, including Germany, have done. So trust is in short supply.
What we were doing so far, and we are still doing it, is this humanitarian approach. We don't want to use any force. We witnessed using of force in some neighboring countries, in some other European countries, but not here. So what we are doing is to try to persuade them to go to the centers, but not to use force.
We met people who said they haven't washed in 2 months. Serbia isn't rich, and many here are more sympathetic than those in countries further west. But if you want to know what a failing asylum system looks like, then look no further. Laurence, Al Jazeera, Belgrade.